What's going on, all you Apple TV Plus enthusiasts? Your two favorite M. Night Shyamalan enthusiasts are back tonight, and we're talking about the Apple TV Plus original series Servant.
Do you want to hear a secret, Dorothy?
All four seasons just wrapped up on Apple TV Plus, and we are here to give our review of the entire four-season run of the show from the mastermind M. Night Shyamalan.
The OG on Apple TV Plus, wasn't it? Like the first
One of the first, yes.
Yeah, I remember when this came out. I'm like, what's Apple TV Plus? Some sort of streaming service. Finally got around to it a few years after it debuted, but just binged it. Just finished off the fourth season. The finale was just this past Sunday. So I've been basically watching it consistently, falling in love with the series and story, and it's kind of out there and very original and a unique story. So Servant, takes place in this family of the Turners. Lauren Ambrose plays Dorothy. She's like the local news anchor, like in town, and her husband's a chef, played by Toby Kebbell. Had a baby, and something tragic happens to the baby, and it introduces, her brother behind me, Julian, played by Rupert Grint. Oh, Ron from Harry Potter, and of course Leanne behind me, played by Nell Tiger Free. Say that 3 times, I dare you.
Yeah, so this show, it's all about tragedy and this, really traumatic event that happened to the Turners, Dorothy and Sean. Their relationship's really strained after the events. Leanne Grayson shows up, played by old Nell Tiger there, and she's sort of like the live-in nanny there. And with this traumatic event, the Turners had lost their baby. Some traumatic event happened, and Dorothy was involved. We don't know this right away, but it's kind of, over the course of the episodes, you find out what happens exactly. But Leanne's there and seemingly brings the baby back to life. She has some sort of supernatural powers, it seems, that's able to somehow bring the Turner baby back to life and make everything right, because Dorothy's been grieving and is in, tremendous grief, and kind of has a psychotic break, if you will, about this traumatic event that's happened. And it's all about the Turners dealing with, and all this weird stuff starts happening when Leanne shows up.
Church of the Lesser Saints are introduced, this cult like following that has to do with Leanne. And as you were saying, all these weird supernatural weird events are happening to the family behind me and other loved ones as well. Just one thing after the next, unexplainable, and then having to do with this baby. It looks like a doll, and then all of a sudden it's a real baby again, like it came back to life after getting killed, essentially. And it kind of goes back and forth, and you're trying to figure out as an audience, what Leanne is all about. Is she like the devil or a demon or something, or what kind of powers does she have? And they really dive into that in this cult.
It's very interesting, though. I like how they really shot this. They kept the same tone throughout the whole series. Like, it never really shifted. And I admired that, the way they shot this. I liked how it was always really dark. It was never sunny. It was always dark and claustrophobic, and felt really authentic to what M. Night Shyamalan was known for, bringing in this original story that he did, and having these great actors play these great roles, throughout the series. Phenomenal, things that they had to perform and do, dealing with grief and trying to get over what happened, and all this crazy stuff happens with Leanne. I thought everybody did a great job in the cast. It was awesome to see Rupert Grint kind of get out of the shadow of playing Ron all those years ago. We hadn't really seen him in too much otherwise, and then he steps in this role and plays a totally different character, and totally erases the stuff. You don't even think about him being a kid anymore. He does his own thing as Dorothy's brother Julian. I like how wild he is as a character. He's kind of this booze hound. He likes his wine. He likes his cocaine, and he likes his women, and he takes a liking to old Leanne, doesn't he?
He does. They have a little fling there for a second, but yeah, old Julian behind us definitely indulges in cocaine and pretty much almost dies from this happening.
Yes.
The last season. But yeah, he's a big partier, drinks all the time. He got chubbier throughout the seasons too, I've noticed. Like, he looks really skinny there, but he gets bigger and bigger because he's partaking too much of the partying side of things. But I thought he was really great in this role, and him playing alongside Lauren Ambrose, which I always love her. 6 Feet Under, Can't Hardly Wait. She's been around acting for a while, and she was really fantastic. But throughout the course of the series, in the 4 seasons, we see this family going through the ringer, one bad thing after the next happening to them, tearing their family apart, and all really having to do with Leanne and what she's trying to accomplish here.
Yeah, and when you start seeing the cult show up outside of their homes, they're sort of always waiting outside the window, staring. There's like a tent city kind of thing happening in the park where they're all gathering. So whenever they leave the house, they're always bombarded by these weird people that have to do with the Church of the Lesser Saints. And you find out that it's involved in the story and what happened with the baby as time goes on. It slowly unfolds along the 4 seasons. And as you go, you get to see Lauren Ambrose's character go through the most throughout, the cast. The acting's phenomenal. She did a tremendous job in this. She deserves some awards if it was up to me. She should have been nominated multiple times. And she really does some incredible work, as does Toby Kebbell as the husband. He's got to deal with this wife who, he thinks half the time he thinks is just going crazy. So their relationship's strained a lot. They're always arguing over what's happening, dealing with one traumatic event after the other, but they keep it together, and throughout the whole series. It's really phenomenal work. The acting is really what makes everything work. And really the claustrophobia, the darkness, and everything that M. Night Shyamalan created here. I really enjoyed this the show for the most part. It felt kind of rushed at times towards the end, like they're just trying to kind of, let's take this home here. And at times it kind of, was slow at times too. So, but for the most part, for the 4 seasons, it felt like it told the story in a satisfying manner. I was pretty happy with the conclusion, how things wrapped up. I liked the final episode. I thought it did a good job of, putting everything on the line and sort of resolving most things. And then, seeing how the story maybe could go on in one way or the other with, one or a couple of the characters. Another big cast member, we'll say, in the show is, where they shot it. I'm not sure if they really shot it in Philadelphia, but I really liked how they, showed their brick townhouse in their neighborhood. It really felt like you were in that neighborhood a lot. Another thing that you'd probably appreciate too is, Sean Turner's being a chef and showing fine cuisine on the show too.
Every time we're watching the show, I was looking at the kitchen. I'm like, it's like $50,000 easily. All the nice high end appliances and things. The hood and the island, everything. Yeah, you could tell they had some money in that house. I loved it too. I loved the whole atmosphere they created. Super dark and spooky at times. Always kind of low lights in this, and them arguing in the kitchen and something happening upstairs, but it's all throughout the house. Most of the time they'll go out in the city every now and then, but most of it's right in the house. It really creates a spooky atmosphere I really appreciated. Very unique story, kept me guessing all the way to the very end with even another little twist I didn't see coming, which I thought that was really great. But really what sold this are the actors and actresses and the writing. I thought it was solid throughout the 4 seasons. I don't think they could have done anything else with this, and it was starting to lose a little steam towards the end, but final episode really sets it up nicely and how they're going to end all these characters and what happens next in the future for these characters. I also like the music and the score, and this was really spooky, and it felt like much in the vein of M. Night and something you would see in his film catalog. And I'm excited to see where his future goes. Maybe another television show for Apple TV Plus. Sign me up for that. I'd be down. So that being said, I'm going to give the 4 seasons of Servant streaming on Apple TV Plus. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 Rupert Grint hair pieces.
M. Night even got his daughter involved in the last couple seasons, directing and everything. So that's pretty exciting, making it a family thing, getting her involved. When he was busy doing Knock at the Cabin and stuff, he kind of handed off the reins a lot to some other directors, but really they kept the same tone, same atmosphere. Great score, like you mentioned. I love the opening titles, how they changed over towards the end. They, those last couple seasons, really liked what they did there. I love the theme songs, great too. With that being said, I really enjoyed this Apple TV Plus original show from M. Night. I'm looking forward to see what he does next. Hopefully he does another show. I thought for his first show, this one was a big winner and one of his best pieces of work. And actors and actresses, I can't wait to see more from them. Hopefully we see more Rupert. He works a lot with M. Night, so I'd like to see him work again for M. Night. And then Lauren Ambrose, we're going to be seeing, coming up very soon in Yellow Jackets season 2
Yes.
as adult Van. So really looking forward to that. Tony Kebbell's great too. And Nell Tiger Free, being an unknown, thought she did a great job too. We'll see if she shows up in anything. So with that being said, I am going to give M. Night Shyamalan's Servant a 4 out of 5 Dorothy Turner hair pieces.
So I want to hear from all you M. Night enthusiasts out there. What did you like about the Servant TV show on Apple TV Plus? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite TV show on the streamer? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to click subscribe. Also, check out these wild, spooky enthusiasts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
Thank you guys for watching our review of the Apple TV Plus original series, Servant, the whole entire series, now streaming. If you guys have Apple TV Plus and have never checked it out, we highly recommend it. If you have not, and you don't even have Apple TV Plus, they usually offer like a 7-day trial. It's worth a shot. It's a good binge. 30-minute episodes for the most part, an easy binge. We highly recommend it. So thank you for watching our review of Servant. And until the next Cinephellas TV review, I'm Uncle Henry Turner.
And I'm Uncle Logan Grint, signing out until the next TV review.
Cheers.